Hello.
Oh, it's Alfred Molina. He looks older.
Ben Shapiro has got to be one of the best debaters in the game, and his opinions are those held at pretty high regard, even though some are seen as controversial. He also hates SJW'S and the so-called woke liberals. He always has a lot to say, and that has been no different in 2021. So here are some of his best moments from this year so far. Also guys, real quick, we're doing a shout-out giveaway to a random commenter on this video. If you'd like to receive a shout-out on one of our next videos, simply leave a comment down below. Now we kick things off today with Ben Shapiro reacting to a video of Kamala Harris and her husband, and they did this feature where they were talking about the Jewish holiday Hanukkah and what it means. Ben Shapiro was prepared for the worst, and well, his suspicions were very much correct. Watch and cringe at the answer Harris gives.
We're here to talk about one of our favorite holidays in our big modern family.
Hanukkah.
And why do you love Hanukkah?
I love Hanukkah because it really is about the light.
Oh,
and
God.
bringing light where there has been darkness.
Sweet.
And there is so much work to be done in the world to bring light. And it is a celebration of always tikkun olam.
Oh, God. Okay, stop this crap for a second. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Okay, stop it. Okay, so first of all, she's struggling with this answer in the same way that she struggled with the answer, why did you call Joe Biden a racist and then run with him? She has no answer to this.
Next up, we have Ben Shapiro reacting to a TikTok he came across on one of the raging liberals who was complaining about a mandate in Texas that didn't require the people to wear masks. She complained that this will spike the COVID numbers and just make matters worse. Shapiro chuckled at this woman and then debunked everything that she said.
Governor Abbott has just lifted the mandatory mask mandate in the entire state of Texas. Now businesses are back at 100% capacity. So when there's a giant spike in our country, you're gonna know exactly who to blame. You can say don't mess with Texas all you want. You know who can mess with Texas? The wrath of God. Viruses don't care about your weird state pride. Get over it.
Did the spike happen?
Nope.
It did not.
Next, we have Ben Shapiro's reaction to someone who was explaining what Libra Gender is, and the explanation just left Shapiro way more confused than he already was. He couldn't wrap his mind around all the different variable and reasons one could be Libra Gender. His understanding of the whole thing is just pretty funny.
That you can identify as Libra Gender, which, if I get this right, means that you mostly feel connected to a gender, which is weird. I'm not sure how you'd feel connected to that, but you feel connected to having no gender, which is literally impossible because all human beings are sexually dichotomous, right? We are a sexually dimorphic species. You're either male or you're female. There are a few people who have unfortunate conditions that make them intersex. That is not what she is talking about. She's talking about how you identify as a biological male or a biological female as a gender, which presumably means that you just stand there, right? You don't manifest any actual activity because it could be masculine or feminine. But Libra Gender is not just a gender. It's a gender with a slight hint, with just a dollop of masculinity or femininity. It's like coffee with a little bit of sugar.
Here, Ben Shapiro reacted to the brand new SpiderMan trailer, and well, it's fair to say that he wasn't very impressed by what he saw. He had more questions than answers, and he was quite surprised to see one of the actors though. That was the most excitement he showed throughout the trailer. He had some interesting things to say about it as a whole. Check this out.
Hello.
Oh, it's Alfred Molina. He looks older. All right. Okay, so that stars Tom Holland, and I've been informed that it's pronounced Zendaya. And honestly, the only thing about this that I find even remotely interesting is Alfred Molina showing up at the end. That's pretty much the only thing. Although, didn't he die in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man? So is this now, it's an alternative universe? Or did Tobey Maguire never play poker, and that's actually Tobey Maguire, but he looks really young?
This next Ben Shapiro reaction is absolutely priceless. He was reacting to some flat earthers who were explaining why they thought the earth was flat. There was one bullish flat earther in particular who really got a reaction out of Shapiro. His facial expression said it all, and he tried so hard to contain his laughter. When you listen to this flat earther, I think you would have the exact same reaction.
How do you feel about flat Earth?
I mean, it's flat.
You're running with flat Earth theory?
Yeah, I'm running
My
with that.
uncle one time, so I'm from Maine, I'm a lobster fisherman, right? So my uncle one time, he got in his boat and he went way f***ing past the 3-mile line, all the way out towards Canada. And I swear to f***ing God, we never saw that motherfucker again. He went all the way past towards Canada, and I believe, personally, that he sailed off the edge of the earth. Well, there's always the Marianas Trench, and you know that it splits the earth clean in half, right? And so if you fall off the edge of the earth, you just go straight in.
Yep. All right. I feel like you can sign up.
Thank you very much.
Are those people?
This next video will have you as shocked as Ben Shapiro was. This person was doing some sort of switching art, and well, it was something which was completely unexpected. When it all happens, you should see the look on his face. He actually couldn't believe what on earth he was witnessing. Check it out.
Everybody, it's your friendly female alter art, and in today's video, we will be switching. Me and Alex will be switching out who is in front in this video. Please give us a like because I know we're gonna get called fake for this. All right, here goes. Hey everyone, it's Alex from the A system. The reason me and Art can switch so quickly is because we've been in the system the longest. We've both been in the system since early childhood.
Do you think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created?
Example, the switch between...
Next we have Shapiro reacting to a Super Bowl advert, and the advert contained a lot of innuendos and explicit insinuations. Shapiro was fine with it, but he made a very good observation which many tend to overlook. He explains it well, and he really does have a point. Hear what he had to say about it.
Add bath oils to my shopping list.
Alexa, no, don't do that.
Read my audiobook.
I was in his hands. I was being changed.
Yeah.
That I was also kissing him.
Honey, other people have to use the bathroom around here too.
Okay, so I'm just gonna make one little point here. I get the joke, I do. It's okay. Reverse the sexes. This would be the most hated commercial of the Super Bowl by a long shot, right? Reverse the sexes for 1 second, which, by the way, would be a typically male thing to do, right? Men tend to have sex on the brain a lot. It would be absolutely despised by the entire chattering class. But if you do it this way, then it's considered witty and humorous.
This next TikTok really got to Shapiro. This father was saying that his child will choose their gender when they are old enough and explain how gender is a spectrum and whatnot. You'll see Shapiro quite aggressively cringe and roll his eyes when he hears this. But after all the cringe, Shapiro does crack a pretty funny joke at the end. Though something tells me he was serious about it as well.
You know what? You're right. Babies don't choose their gender when they're born. Babies are babies, first of all. Second of all, sex and gender are two completely different things. Babies are assigned a sex at birth based on their genitalia. Gender is more of your concept of yourself. It's the way you innately identify and feel. Once my child is old enough, they'll tell me how they feel and what their preferred pronouns are.
I'm crying along with that baby. In a sane world, CPS is on the way.
Here's Shapiro once again reacting to the Libra Gender TikTok. This time a different part of his reaction, and he's just in utter disbelief. He's scared that kids are watching these TikToks and consuming such information. He also explains that the TikTok's explanation didn't help one bit, and instead he's confused, if not even more confused.
Connection to being agender, and another part of their gender feels fluid. One part will always feel agender, the other part will fluctuate between masculine and feminine. Hope that could help.
That didn't help. So, just want to point out that your kids actually watch this crap, and then they start to believe that you can identify as Libra Gender, which...
Here's Ben Shapiro's reaction to the Whap performance at an award show by Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. Shapiro's against a lot of the people who are praising the song and how explicit they're being. He also couldn't believe some of the things people were saying and comparing it to.
The heights of Western civilization happening right here. Okay. I mean, it's just unreal. So, obviously, the glories of Western civilization from Beethoven to this in just a couple of 100 years. Really strong stuff. And by the way, commentators suggesting that this sort of stuff is on par with Shakespeare. Sir, I'm not kidding you. There's commentators who have said this. This is on par with Shakespeare. It's like modern Shakespeare. One commentator compared it to King Lear, which makes sense if you were dropped on your head repeatedly as a baby and then smashed by a truck. That makes perfect sense.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this and much more. Goodbye for now, everyone. We hope to see you next time here on Raw Media.